3, 2, 1, action.
Welcome back to Off the Record, where we talk about
whatever we want.
Dick faces. Dick faces.
You know what I was really surprised of? So, I wanted to work out this morning, and I did find this CrossFit gym in our city that was open. So I went to go work out there, and it was like 6 a.m.
You wanted to change, like you're like, I'm leaving the house. So you went to a different gym.
Well, I didn't have enough weights at home.
Oh.
Because I wanted to do deadlifts and stuff. And then so I went to this CrossFit gym, and then I went inside and I saw a bunch of kids in there. And I'm like, oh shit, these kids are up early at 6 a.m. And I'm like, hey guys, how come like you guys are training this early? And goes, well, you know, like we can't really go to high school, but we still want to be good at football. And I'm like, damn, there's like kids that are just like still dedicated, even they're pivoting with the times.
Damn, I was lazy as fuck at that age.
Yeah, they look like, you know, like those kids that are like, they have the body of an NFL football player, but they're 15 right here.
Yeah.
They look like those kids.
How is that even possible?
Like, man, these kids are dedicated.
It wasn't the team?
No, it wasn't the team. You can kind of tell, like, you know, on the team you have the people that are like really care about it. They want to take it far.
The ones that are fucking around.
And I think those are the ones that at the home weight room, they probably would have been the ones that are training their ass off anyways.
Have you ever watched Hard Knocks?
No.
It's a show about NFL training camp.
Yeah.
But point being, those people that you're talking about who spend all that time, many years, they maybe never even get to play a snap of an NFL game.
Wow.
Like
Where are they playing?
That's how elite
Where do they
it
train
is.
for then? And
No, they're hoping to get
For that 1% chance.
league or something? Is the NFL have a development
you hope
league?
to go to college, right?
Okay, yeah.
And get on a football team, but then you hope to get on an NFL team.
Yeah.
That's even more elite. But then you hope to actually play a game on an NFL team, make the roster. That's hard as fuck.
So is it like thousands of applicants, right? And then like what are the like, cause they're like there's like D League and all that.
Physical fucking freaks. We're talking about like fucking human refrigerators who can also run a 4.35, which is like in a 50-yard dash you run it in 4 seconds.
They're like sprinters
Yeah.
that are in a refrigerator box.
Exactly.
But also how resilient you are. So there are people that are like, okay, freshman, sophomore, insane prospect, crazy like field IQ, extreme specimen, runs the craziest, but takes one hit from the side, blows out their ACL.
Exactly.
Then there's another guy who can repeatedly get hit by trains and they just pop off the field like it's nothing. So it's like the freakiest of the freaky, where you have not only yourself, are you an athletic specimen, but you're also able to get run over and over
Dude,
again.
or you're a phenom in college. You're Colt McCoy, you're a Tim Tebow.
Colt McCoy.
You get to the NFL, as Bart knows, and you suck ass. And that's what's wild too.
Some guys get stage fright for some reason.
Yeah, dude. So you could be a phenom where everyone's like, you're the guy, you already made it already, Gatorade wants you, everybody wants you, and you're still fucked.
Why is it that I hear from football as being like a extremely hard, like there's hella competition, and then it's like they only recruit very, very little throughout the year, where I know it's competitive in other sports, but I always hear it in football way more than the other ones.
Because the contracts are way higher in the NFL, and there's 53 people on a team, and so it's highly, highly competitive. So there's 32 teams and 53 people per team.
But aren't basketball teams less people?
That's true. Basketball has less players.
Less players.
Yeah.
And not as lucrative either. Not as big.
Oh, football contracts
market-wise,
are
they're huge.
Well, football contracts are big, but they're fickle. They're like,
Well, they're short.
if you're out, you're out. Yeah. It's not like baseball contracts where it's like lifetime.
Yeah.
But like Patrick Mahomes just signed for $500 million.
Is he like the highest?
He's the highest paid, exactly. $500 million. I think it's like a 6 or 7 year contract, but he's the starting quarterback for the Chiefs, and that's unfucking heard of. Whereas in baseball, there are huge contracts too. It's like 250 mil and all that kind of shit for a pitcher.
I feel like the quarterbacks are the ones that usually get those big deals, right?
They are,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're the generals of
Yeah.
the team.
They
I don't
are.
even know if baseball is a real sport if you wear pants.
Explain.
Yeah, go.
Like, what sport do you wear pants and you?
Football.
Football's pants, yeah.
Are they pants? Do you consider them not pants because they're tight to the knee?
They're like leggings. Yeah, you're not
yeah,
wrong.
They're not pinstripe slacks.
But their butts look good.
They
Sure,
do.
they have to fucking run.
fucking quad.
They run
glutes.
fucking fast too, I would say.
They look like knights.
Yeah.
They're dope.
So, okay, like basketball contract or soccer contract or whatever. Or do people not care about soccer because it's worldwide and not American? Because they got some-
very lucrative too. Very lucrative.
I mean, the most well-paid athlete is
Cristiano.
Yeah, Ronaldo. Yeah. I think he tops the list every single year.
Yeah.
How much do they
McGregor's
make?
trying to chase his ass on the Forbes list, but he never can.
Handsome as fuck at the same time.
True. He gets money aside from sports. He also gets money from fucking.
He plays soccer and he wears fucking underwear and shit. So.
But Mahomes got $500 million just to play for the Chiefs.
sick.
We're not talking about endorsements.
Yeah.
Like he's already in State Farm commercials with Aaron Rodgers. Like it's crazy.
Even more, yeah.
That is crazy. I saw this list like over 5 years ago, right? And they're saying, Mayweather was the top paid athlete because he owned his own company and all that. So he was like number one by far. But then after that, it was like some boxers and then like
De La Hoya too for a bit.
yeah, he's up there. It was like it's anything like boxers. Like boxing has a lot of fucking money in it. And then there's like some basketball.
LeBron?
Yeah, because they have endorsements and other things and other assets that they like diversify in.
True.
Yeah, but I was like pretty interested in that whole world because one individual playing a game is a whole company. Like, and you make more than some countries.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can you imagine that? Like your worth shooting the ball, kicking something. That is it. That's your fucking product.
But that's how elite these guys.
I know. That's
Good they are. They're,
crazy.
like, automatic.
They'll go like check this out. I'm gonna shoot this 100 times. If no one guards me, 99 are going in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what's
I'll
crazy.
hit a
about
jump
it.
shot at the buzzer at like game 5 of the playoffs, last second, and I'll make it.
Yeah.
Dope.
Like,
But then
come on.
Play the Gatorade commercial right when I do this. Bank on me. Bam.
Right.
Now play the Gatorade
Cut
commercial.
to the guy in the stands who's like, oh fuck. You know?
But then you know how it has that normalizing effect where like, so for example, right, the NBA dudes are freaking tall, but because they're all tall, they all look normal until you see them in person and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I never seen so many giants in my life.
You see a small guy in person and you're like, what the fuck?
Even Muggsy Bogues, like you both would be like, whoa.
Yeah.
Did you see the reference of like how Kevin Hart is with The Rock and how The Rock is with Shaq and with Shaq and Yao Ming?
Yeah.
So Yao Ming makes Shaq look like Rock and Kevin Hart.
Did you see the roast of Justin Bieber where Kevin Hart is the host? And then who went up to roast? Fuck, well anyway, someone went up to roast and they were like, man, I didn't know.
Shaq was there too.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't know that this show was gonna be hosted by Shaq's dick.
That's really funny.
And then Snoop Dogg was there, and then they're like, Snoop looks like Shaq's skeleton.
That roast is really good.
Tall and skinny.
It's really good.
That size difference, man, it blew my freaking mind because I didn't know Yao Ming was that big.
How tall is he? Like
7'6".
Oh, okay. Oh, fuck.
He's one of the most tallest NBA player of all time.
Don't you live shorter when you're bigger? Like taller? Just because.
I think so,
Yeah,
yeah.
like their heart pumps more. Like
You remember the guy who played Jaws in 007?
Who played Jaws?
You remember he had the metal mouth? He played Jaws with Roger Moore and all those. It doesn't matter. He was very tall.
Yeah, the giant.
Very, very tall. He actually lived a long time for most giants.
Right,
Like he was like 60 or something when he died.
There was this kid on TikTok too that we saw, like they do these little snippets, like here's my life, and then they introduce the mom and the dad. And the dad was like 6'7", the mom is 6'2", and then he's like 7 something.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, like he had to like duck under every door in his house.
Sports.
He played basketball, but I mean, it didn't go into his life that much.
Imagine being that big where you're born and you already don't fit on the hospital bed.
God, right?
You're like, what the fuck do I do?
Remember when Shaq did MTV Cribs or something, and we saw his
Fucking
bed?
round bed.
It just looked like a floor.
Remember his wife who was like 5'4"?
Yeah. She's like, yeah, he slams me. He slam fucks me every night. Oh God, I just need a friend.
Or Hoops, what was her name? From Flavor of Love. Did he end up marrying
That was the second. That might be his girlfriend. Yeah, but like they would stand together. She's like right by his waist. And I'm like, what the fuck do you do with that?
I remember I was at like Foot Locker and then they had Shaq's like shoe there and it was just chilling there and I was like, wait a minute, it's this is his actual foot
How
size.
big was it? Like,
I remember I was a kid,
but in
His
kids,
size 20
it
something.
was like this fucking big though.
The clown shoe for us.
Yeah, I was like, are you?
How does he drive?
With his dick on the dash?
Oh, I heard he actually sits in the. He has like a custom thing where he sits in the back seat, takes out the front seat, and he drives from the back seat.
Damn, how much money does that cost?
A lot. But if you guys aren't in a financially good situation, let Upstart help you because they're sponsoring this podcast. During these tough times, everyone is looking for a way to feel more financially secure. And if you're still throwing money away every month, that high interest credit card debt, it's time you checked out Upstart, the revolutionary online lending platform that knows you're more than just a credit score. Now's the time to find out how low your Upstart rate can be to help pay off all that high interest credit card debt, because if you don't, it compounds and then you'll never pay it off.
I actually used the same exact method to clear out all of my credit card debt right after college. I had like 40 grand. It was like 16% APR. It was just, I was like, there's no way with the compounded interest I'm gonna be able to pay this off. So luckily I was able to consolidate and find another creditor that I can just get for a way lower APR. So use this method. It's really awesome. So it's unlike other lenders too, where Upstart can reward you based on your education and job history. And it's in the form of a smarter rate, but you don't need a degree or diploma to apply. I wish I freaking had something like this. Upstart lets you skip going to the bank because it's completely online. They offer loans from $1,000 to $50,000 so you can consolidate your debt into one easy fixed payment.
See why Upstart has a 4.9 out of 5 rating on Trustpilot, and hurry to upstart.com/record. That's RECORD to find out how low your Upstart rate can be. So if you can consolidate all those bills, the less bills you have, the less the less you have to keep track of. Checking your rate only takes a few minutes. That's upstart.com/record. RECORD.
Can you believe that Michael Jordan gets paid now more to not play basketball than he did to play basketball?
That's amazing.
What a
How does he
genius.
get paid? I know he's an owner.
Shoe company.
Endorsements.
Is he still got Hanes? Or is that like
I don't know.
I mean, we don't even know the back inner workings, you know?
Well, a lot of entertainers and athletes and stuff like that, when they become even more rich, it's because they have products or businesses, or they diversify their income into investments and shit like that. Like Dre, for example, I think he was one of the first rap billionaires or whatever, because he had Beats by Dre. Or like how 50 Cent was invested into vitamin water, and he built his wealth like even bigger that way. And I think even with YouTubers, right? Like we have Jeffree Star, who's like not really balling off of his YouTube
Or
channel,
actors.
even though he is. Yeah, he's murdering it and yeah, makeup. Yeah.
Yeah, his house is huge.
Yeah, so it's like products and things like that. I think that's where the real wealth is, or like, yeah.
I just miss MTV Cribs because you brought it up.
I do miss it.
Why did they take it down?
So
like,
Vanity Fair does a thing on YouTube where they still have Celebrity Home, but it's not the same.
it's not MTV though.
I like the format.
They still do the jokes though, like this is where it all happens sometimes.
Oh, fuck off. I hate that one. This is where the magic
Maybe it turned into YouTube's like, what's in my car?
yeah, it feels more like that.
I like when they're like, "Oh, what are you doing here? Come on in, guys!" And speeds up.
Oh, yeah.
like walk through, like zoom through their house?
Yeah. I just watched one with Scottie Pippen, and he was taking you through his house, and he has a court with his jersey on it and shit.
Oh, tight.
It was pretty sick.
You know, I heard through the fucking Jordan documentary how like Scottie Pippen was underpaid.
Oh,
But looking at that video, I'm like,
Fuck's sake.
he did just fine.
He's okay.
more.
True.
He was helping his family.
Oh yeah, he was helping pay like his family and all that stuff. Yeah.
Still rich as fuck though.
I felt so bad throughout the
doing just fine.
entire fucking documentary for him.
I heard that like that's a pretty big deal for a lot of people when you become a little wealthy, right? Like family members, friends, they just want your help or support, or they
You
want
help
you
me
to
with my car payment.
invest in their business idea or whatever. And I'm like, thank God I don't have family members like that.
No leeches in your life.
Well, one of my family members was like, "Oh, you gonna move to Vegas? Do you wanna buy me a house?" I'm like, "No, Mom, I'm not gonna buy you." No, just kidding.
I was like, wait, what family member do you have that's like
How'd you fucking rent at my house? How about that?
Still my house.
Thank God, man. Thank God I don't have a materialistic family either. Like, they like take pride in being like, well, fuck money. And I'm like, that's dope.
That's awesome.
Like, we just want to hang out at the beach with you. And I'm like, that's tight.
My dad literally has his like entire financial plan worked out based off of his longevity. So you know he has those 8 Costco shoes, right?
Yeah.
So he goes, okay, I got my shoes covered until my death. He goes, I have
Just 8?
Wow.
Yeah, he goes, I only need those. He goes, I probably will only drive one more other car besides this one before I die. And then he already has
So
like,
practical.
you know, he has those white V-necks that are stretched out with holes in it.
Yeah.
He has like a couple more packs of them that are brand new. And he goes, I'll probably be able to wear these packs before I die. And everything is just planned out for the rest of his life.
You know, I've never seen your dad wear anything other than the V-neck white
That are
shirt.
stretched the fuck.
Yeah, and then sometimes
Same
suspenders.
Costco shoes.
That's all
Yeah.
I've ever seen him wear.
You should get a different wardrobe, man.
Nah,
He's a man of
what he
habit.
wants.
Like this
I
guy.
lived with him, and he is a routine master that doesn't need anything to help him with his memory.
He doesn't need
Like,
a stimulator.
He'll be like, all right, I'll see you on Friday at 6 p.m. And he hangs up, right? Or like, he never uses GPS or whatever. And somehow, like clockwork, Tuesday at this time, fucking, they have the steam cleaner. I have to put this on. You know, it's just, he's just like a robot.
He has like a Thomas guide built into his brain somehow. Like he knows LA like, I don't know, like as if he was born here. And then if you go like, hey, okay, I'll see you April 26th. And then he doesn't write it down, and April 26th he shows up where he's supposed to go.
He never writes anything down. I never seen him go, okay, let me take notes.
Imagine he secretly does.
He's like writing on that.
Sleeves, it's all there.
He's a cocky waiter.
I think he's so
Cocky waiter.
I always kind of go, ooh, when they fuck up, I'm like, you
I'm like, I
mother.
want you to fuck up. I want you to fuck up.
Shoulda wrote it
Cocky piece of shit. I said grilled chicken sandwich. Is it gonna be not grilled? We'll see.
Yeah. But some restaurants actually don't want you to write shit.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, it just looks more professional. Like you're paying.
Yeah, like the upscale restaurants. They recommend you
Yeah.
as a waiter not to write it down.
Yeah.
If I,
I
knew
get
that-
worried, though.
If I knew it was one of those, I'd be like, yeah, can I get the grilled chicken sandwich, 1 pickle?
But they also at those upscale restaurants only have like 10 items.
True.
I thought I could be a cocky waiter when I worked as a waitress for my uncle's Tortas Ahogadas spot when I was 15. And because there was only like 5 items on the menu or something like that, but they can get customized. So I'm like, I could totally remember this because all of the orders were just easy. It'd be like, una torta ahogada de asada or whatever it is, right? So then I'm like, cool, got it. But then sometimes we'd get so fucking busy and I'm going to all these tables and none of the other waitresses used any, like we did have pads where we could write it down.
You didn't want to be the one waitress that had to write it down.
And then I'm like, fuck, and then Spanish is my second language, so, or like technically first, but you know, at 15, I was not a pro at it, so I'm like trying to communicate with the customers, and I'm over here like, I'm so sorry, can you tell me again what's your order?
Oh my god.
Fuck! So then I would get the shittiest tip.
Not a professional at all.
It was bad. My pride got in the way because I'm like, wait, no one else is doing it. Like, I don't want to fuck.
That's why they got those burger spots where I'm like, wait, isn't that kind of redundant? But I see, because they don't want to mess up the order, where like the guy's right here with the mic and the cook's like right behind him and goes, can I get a burger? A burger down! 2 burgers down! I'm like, do you want me to just tell the cook myself? Because he's literally like right behind you. You know what I mean? Like he's like literally like right there.
That's funny.
What's with every drive-through now having a person outside with a fucking
I
pad?
love it.
What's with it
It's
though?
just faster.
Does it really?
Yeah. It's just faster.
Really?
Is it? Why
it's
is
not
it
just
faster?
in and out, huh?
Well, there's a lot of checkpoints.
I just feel like I'm being scammed.
I feel like there's checkpoints because you go.
You're like, do you really work here?
Yeah, I'm like,
It could have
what's
been
your-
anyone that walks up to you.
I'm like, let me see your badge. And he's like, there's the Chick-fil-A logo. I'm like, all right.
Wait, how far out is your guy? Is he like 2 streets down?
He's far away.
He's right outside his house.
Sir, have you ever been to Chick-fil-A? There's a fucking line going down 2 blocks, easy.
That's true.
Oh, maybe in your
Answer's
neighborhood
yes.
because it's popping.
Dude, I was at Krispy Kreme at midnight and it was cracking, dude. Really? They had to have a line control dude for the fucking drive-through. They had cones. He was sitting there and he would like direct traffic and shit. Man, it took me like 30 minutes to get through.
Damn, you still sat there to get those donuts?
I was
They're
stuck.
worth it.
That's the fattest thing I can think of. Is drive-through donuts
At midnight.
and waiting an hour.
And the light was on,
That's
dude.
the fattest
The
thing, you
light
fat
was
fuck.
on.
Fresh donuts coming out.
Yup.
Can't
Wow.
beat that.
I wonder if that's the place, like that one place at night where there's actually peace during protests, where people are during both sides, like, you know what'd be really good right now? A donut. So you have people like Antifa on one side and like the other people on the other side.
Campaign.
It's kind of like
Unite
British
people.
British soldiers during tea time, right?
Yeah.
Like they'll be fighting and they'll be like,
Halt!
halt!
Time for some Earl Grey.
Yeah. Teas and crumpets.
Oh, I burned my tongue. And like, oh, I thought you were really actually injured over there.
Like samurais, they're like tea time, and then they go into the tea house, and then they fucking share matcha. Yo, they did a fucking ceasefire during World War One.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
And they're like, let's have a Christmas party, and then they're like, all right, tomorrow.
Pretty much.
That's crazy, dude.
We will start shooting at each other after Jingle Bells. Jingle bells. Jingle.
You're like ready to go.
I love how the song starts immediately after the announcement.